Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Offworld has just given us squad partners an early access peek at the newest faction to be added to squad, and that is the Armed Forces of Ukraine. And guys, genuinely, they have smashed this out of the park. But before we get into everything, you've got to see this first. Yes, that is a bombing run, a tactically called in bomb strike. 2 FAB-250 bombs that squad state are the largest explosives added to squad to date. That is going to be unreal in a live game. Anyway, I'm distracting myself here. This newest faction is genuinely next level. The player models, the weapon systems, the vehicles, it's all looking and feeling phenomenal. Now, I was very skeptical about this faction being added to squad when it was announced, as I felt it was just going to be another PMC type faction with loads of random stuff to play with, like a copy-paste and absolutely no soul or real ethos. But this feels like a proper, well thought out faction that absolutely fits within squad. Now, I have a lot to show you, and I will stop rambling on, especially if you make sure to subscribe to the channel for more squad guides, gameplay, updates, and honest feedback. Now you've done that, let's get into some of the information that we have here. AFU is a conventional Blue 4 faction with modern equipment and vehicles. It has all the tools needed to take on other conventional factions within the game. Their equipment focuses on indigenously produced Ukrainian equipment or Russian-based equipment, and will not focus on the influx of Western weapons post-invasion of 2022. Now the units or battalions, whatever you want to call them, available for them will be as follows. So we have the 95th Air Assault Brigade, which is aptly named Air Assault, the 11th Army Corps, which is Combined Arms, the 10th Mountain Assault Brigade, which will be for light infantry, 28th Mechanized Brigade will be our mechanized, 58th Motorized Brigade will be, yes you guessed it, motorized, the 148th Artillery Brigade is support, and the 35th Marine Brigade is amphibious assault. Right, what are we going to do first? Vehicles or infantry? Vehicles, infantry. Vehicles, infantry. Let's go infantry. As per all factions, we have all of the usual roles available to us, with nothing new, at least that I can find, in terms of new role. But this faction has a lot of options within each role, which allows for a good amount of diversity and player preference. Squad leaders have 5 kits to choose from. You've got the AKS-74U, the AK-74 with an OKP-7, which is lovely to use, might I add, and the traditional AKS-74 with the 1P78 optic. However, the other two is an entirely new weapon to squad, and that is the Malyuk bullpup. The Malyuk is Ukraine's modern bullpup assault rifle, developed as a homegrown evolution of the AK platform. It's compact, reliable, and distinctive in silhouette. It reconfigures the classic Kalashnikov design into a shorter, more maneuverable weapon without sacrificing firepower. In squad, the Malyuk is represented across multiple calibers, 545x39 and 762x39. Oh, and 556x45 NATO. Giving the Armed Forces of Ukraine a versatile primary weapon suited to a wide range of combat roles and scenarios. And it certainly does pack a punch and sounds just as beefy. However, it suffers the same fate as all bullpups within squad, as it is very wild to use. The horizontal recoil is not going to be fun under any circumstance. Again, this is a bullpup squad thing. The QBZ-95s are another rifle that is guilty of this, but not quite as bad as this. So hopefully that'll get polished a bit before going live. Now moving on to our squad roles, here we have 11 options. We have 2 Raider, 2 Auto Riflemen, and the rest Standard Riflemen. The 2 Raider kits are going to be a lot of fun to use, especially for those who like to play a little more on the aggressive side. You can either have the AK-74 with the Romanian Donga grip, or the AKS-74U with an OKP-7, which pairs up with this beautifully. Both of these weapons also use the extended mags as well. Your sidearm is the VZ Scorpion SMG with an additional 7 mags, so these kits come with plenty of firepower. But it doesn't stop there. They get 2 RGD-5 grenades, 2 VOG-17 fragmentation grenades, and 2 RGO impact grenades. Yeah, 6 grenades. I would argue that these will be the best raider kits available now, and I can see these being a lot of fun to use. Now Rifleman, there's not much new to report, just a bunch of variations of the AK-74 platform, all from iron to 3x optic, and the same with the Malyuk bullpup, all iron to optic. And finally, the automatic rifleman gets the RPK-74 with the OKP-7 hollow or iron sights. Moving to fire support, with the 10 kits to choose from, 2 auto rifle, 3 grenadier, 3 light anti-tank, and 2 marksman. Auto rifleman is again the RPK-74, but with the 1P78 optic, or you can have an iron sight RPD. Grenadier is your traditional AK-74 with the GP25 for iron and the hollow kit, and the optic uses the Malyuk with an RPG and fragmentation rounds. Might I add, this RPG model is looking rather dapper. It's the same rifles again for light anti-tank, however, the launchers are new. The mighty C90CR is the launcher of choice here. This is a 90mm disposable shoulder-fired launcher with an effective range of 350 meters. And it sounds very, very punchy and distinguishable. Marksman has the ancient SVD. However, the model has been completely remade and has a Scorpion as its sidearm. Or you can choose the UAR-10. The UAR-10 is a precision battle rifle developed in Ukraine. Chambered in 7.62x51 NATO, designed for accuracy and reliability, it serves as a designated marksman weapon that bridges the gap between standard infantry rifles and sniper systems. In squad, the UAR-10 provides the armed forces of Ukraine with long-range precision firepower, offering players a modern marksman platform that complements the Malyuk's close to mid-range versatility. Specialists have 6 kits to choose from. Machine Gunner has 2, both the PKM but 1 iron sight and 1 with the 1P29. Arguably one of the better machine gunner platforms within squad, these will lay down some real hate in a live game. Heavy anti-tank sees the use of the old RPG-7 and the brick tandem, or for those who want to feel a bit more modern, you can get the NLAW. Combat Engineer is the traditional kit with 1 C4 and 3 mines, and finally, the Scout kit, yes, that's the one with the drone and Scorpion as its sidearm. A really good mix of weapons here, and let's be honest, I know some people will scoff at the AK-74 platform being the common theme here, but it is by far the best handling weapon in squad since the Infantry Combat Overhaul. Not only that, the model has been remade from scratch, and you cannot lie, it looks fantastic. Right, now for the vehicles before finishing on emplacements, because there is something unbelievably cool to show you at the end, and you will not want to miss this. First up, we have the KRAZ 6322 utility trucks. I'll probably just call them the Krazes. The Kraz 6322 is a rugged, multi-purpose Ukrainian military truck that serves as a backbone of logistics and mobility on the battlefield. In squad, it fulfills multiple vital roles, ferrying infantry to the front lines, delivering construction and ammunition supplies to forward bases, and acting as the chassis for the fearsome BM21 rocket artillery system. Yes, you heard me right. Just look at it. For the Jeeps, they will utilize the Kozak 2M1 armored car. The Kozak is a Ukrainian MRAP designed for patrol, convoy escort, and protected troop transport across rough terrain. Seating 9 troops, in squad it serves as a mobile armored force multiplier, getting squads safely to objectives whilst offering immediate suppressive fire and light fire support. They have included 2 combat variants, one fitted with an NSV 12.7 heavy machine gun for long-range suppression and light anti-material tasks, and a second armed with an AGS-17 automatic grenade launcher for area suppression in clearing cover, or for decimating that marksman right over there. Tracked APCs are the classic MTLB, which has been reskinned for the AFU, but IFVs we have a few to choose from. You can have the classic BMP-1 or BMP-2, but we also have the BMP-1 TS. The BMP-1 TS is a modernized infantry fighting vehicle built from the classic BMP-1 chassis. Upgraded for improved battlefield relevance, in-game it functions as a fast, amphibious IFV that carries a complement of dismounts into the fight whilst laying down direct fire support from its turret-mounted cannon and anti-armor launcher. But it doesn't stop there, because for those of you who like to travel a bit faster and in a bit more style, AFU gets the BTR-4. The BTR-4 is a modern Ukrainian wheeled infantry fighting vehicle designed for mobility, protection, and fire support in combined armed operations. In squad, it operates as a fast, road-capable IFV that transports infantry, lays down sustained suppressive fire from its turret-mounted 30mm cannon, and engages light armor with its coaxial AT missiles. And not only does it look amazing on the outside, but check out this fully modelled interior. Oh, and guess what else has a fully modelled interior? Only the BRDM. How cool is this? I told you all they are cooking here. And to top it all off, we get the T-64BM2 Bulat MBT. The Bulat is a modernised Ukrainian main battle tank that upgrades the classic T-64 platform with improved fire control, reactive armour, and a potent 125mm smoothbore gun. In squad, it serves as a heavyweight spearhead for armoured assaults, absorbing punishment, breaching fortified positions, and providing decisive direct fire support for advancing infantry. And it just looks phenomenal. In helicopters, we have the good old Mi-8. Now come on, you cannot deny that this faction is really shaping up. Now, those emplacements I was talking about. Well, one new addition is the AGS-17, which is an automatic grenade launcher emplacement for a variety of factions using ex-Soviet gear. This is the Soviet equivalent of the Mark 19, and I'm pretty sure this is similar or the same as the ones that you get to play with on Tarkov. But finally, we get this, the Stugna-P ATGM emplacement. The Stugna is an ATGM emplacement with two new special features. The emplacement is remote controlled via a control unit, which looks like an oversized laptop. Probably like an Asus gaming laptop, I suppose. Soldiers can pick up the CU and place it within 30 meters of the launcher, and then use the control unit to remotely control the launcher, which allows them to remain in cover. Quick disclaimer here, guys. Yeah, this is broken now because I'm on the wrong build and I don't have time to get on the right build to get this video out. So, yeah, just a little bit awkward, innit? The second feature is the weapon can be reloaded by any soldier by interacting with the launcher. So the player on the control unit can remain in place whilst a buddy can help them reload. Now we're talking the proper TOFOBs. Now look, this isn't all 110% set in stone yet, and I'm only saying that to cover my own arse. A problem between now and the patch could see a couple of changes. I've already had to remove a few things from this video whilst editing it, but come on. This is arguably the best faction addition since either the Marines or PLA, and you cannot deny that. So, what are you all excited for the most? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you've got a friend who's and ahhing about getting into squad, or wanting to get back into squad, well, send them this bloody video, won't you? Thank you all for watching, take care, and I will catch you next time.